I'm very excited because today is going to be some of the answers to the questions that you've all been asking. Hello, my name is Andrew Givler. I'm an author, YouTuber, booktuber, not always in that order because I like to stay busy. And today you are here on my BookTube channel where we talk about reading, writing, and everything in between. We're going to talk about some of my writing because as you guys know, as I've talked about on the channel, I'm releasing a bunch of books this year. We are re-releasing Soul Fraud, which is what we're going to talk about today. But we are also releasing Dandelion Audit and Star Summit later this year. And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an update on that. But before I dive into all this, as always, we are on YouTube. Do the YouTube things. Hit the like button. Okay, that really helps. Also, hit the subscribe button if you're new so you stay up to date. You don't miss me talking about reading, writing, everything in between, as well as my own books, because that's important. But I have updates, I have news. So as I told you, we are relaunching Soul Fraud. What does that mean exactly? It doesn't mean a lot, really, in the grand scheme of things. It has some complicated things on Amazon's end that I'm gonna explain to you. Basically, there's gonna be a new version of the ebook. So if you already have it, unfortunately, I can't give you the new one. It's just kind of how Amazon works. And there's going to be a new version of the paperback and the hardback, which I'm going to reveal for you today. Now, why are we doing this? Because we decided to change the cover to be more traditional and to fit into the urban fantasy genre. And because an opportunity presented itself to work with the great, like the legend of cover art in urban fantasy. So basically, a couple of my author friends pointed out that the cover I made was not really what people expect for urban fantasy. And that was probably hurting my ability to get the book out to other people, and that I got this cover made for like $200 when I was first starting because I didn't know what I was doing, right? They offered to help me find some people who'd be more in the style. Shout out to Bryce O'Connor, who really mentored me and showed me the way in all of this. If you haven't read his Iron Prince series, you should. It's one of my favorites. I love it. He asked me to put together a list of books that I like, and I sent him The Dresden Files. I sent him Dead Man's Hand by James Butcher, Jim Butcher's son. I sent him stuff from Eric Carter, which is another big urban fantasy series that we've talked about before. And I sent him one other thing, I forget who. And he emailed me back and he said, hey man, do you realize that like 4 out of the 5 covers you sent me are done by the same guy? I did not realize that because I'm an idiot and I didn't look that up. And he said, yeah, his name is Chris McGrath and he works with indies sometimes. You should just email him. So with a chance to do a guy who has art that dominates my bookshelf, I said, all right. And I emailed Chris McGrath and I said, hey man, I'm a YouTuber. I published this book. I have loved your art my whole life. I hear you work with indies sometimes. Do you have opening in your schedule? He said yes. So we have, also just so you know, Chris McGrath has done things for Halo, Dune. He did the Mistborn covers for Brandon. Like this is one of the greatest cover designers or cover artists of all time. And then we teamed up with one of the greatest coverage designers who Bryce works with a ton, who helps with a bunch of the like special editions Bryce does, helps with like Daniel Green's book, things like that. And we made something special. So all of the covers moving forward are going to be done by Chris McGrath. They're going to be done in this style, and they're going to look like this. So if you already have the new edition of paperback or hardback, this is an upgrade, but the actual contents are not changing. The ebook has also been redone to have the new art, to have the new category, and also we've internally formatted it to be prettier. In order to make that fair, because I can't just give you the new ebook, unfortunately, we are relaunching the Soul Fraud ebook for $2.99 on September 13th. We may eventually raise that price. I want everybody who's gotten it before to have the opportunity to get it at a cheap price. But that's actually a huge deal because relaunching it actually means it's eligible to be a new bestseller again. So we're hoping to get a bunch of momentum when Dandelion Audit starts. So if you ever want to help push the books forward, $2.99 put towards that is like more helpful even than buying a paperback in a weird way. It's just how the algorithms work. But in order to make that fair, the ebook edition will have the first 2 chapters of Dandelion Audit at the end as a preview. So even if you already have the other ebook, for $2.99, you can basically read the first 2 chapters of Dandelion Audit, get a preview of what's going on. And on that day, you will also be able to pre-order Dandelion Audit, which will come out a month later. I know, right? Things are happening. Now, for the paperback, the quality jump is insane, right? I said that there's no new words in here, and that's true, but I'm gonna show you guys what we made. I can't believe this is my book. All right, you guys remember, this is the original Soul Fraud, right? Which I love. I have a deep fondness for what this is. I think it was a cool attempt for a guy who didn't know what he was doing. Just like if you have to put a new thumbnail on a YouTube video to help it do better, kind of like that, right? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the new Soul Fraud. Look at it! Look at it! Isn't it insane? So we've done this sort of like a white border around it. Obviously, it won't have this is a proof copy. It won't have this border that runs through everything. But you see, so that the S and the D can run over the edges and fit outside of things. Look at the art. Look at Chris McGrath's art, dude. Isn't that so freaking sick? You got Matt, you got Dan the Demon running away, all of that debt collection novel. On the back, it looks like this. The spine looks like that. Just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And that's not all. The interior has been formatted to be just beautiful. We have images in there now, right? Every chapter has an art heading like this. So every single chapter looks like that as you flip through. It's just gorgeously done. The first one was a great attempt, but this is a significant improvement. And it'll just look so dope with a row of these all having the white border on a bookshelf, right? I really want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. Do you guys think this is a big jump? What do you think? Can you believe this is my book? I cannot. I truly cannot. Huge shout out to Chris McGrath and Sean T. King for working together to make this just unbelievable. Sean did the graphic design for the art. I'll put the blank art up here on screen by itself so you guys can see that. And then Sean took that and turned this into the book cover. So two brilliant artists made all this happen. Sean also did all the interior formatting to make it look good. And in the Kindle edition, we will now have basically part of that art appear on every chapter as well. So that's like the kind of improvements we made over there. Now remember, we couldn't fit Dandelion Audit's preview chapters in here for a whole bunch of reasons, but basically it's gorgeous now. Okay, you get a real physical gorgeous thing. Wait till you see the hardback. So one of the limitations we had the last time that we published this was Amazon doesn't have the ability to do dust jackets, right? So let me see, hold on, I have one. This is the original Soul Fraud hardcover, right? It is just the hardcover case with the art printed directly on it, and looks pretty good. It is pretty cool. It's actually really good quality, but it's very simple. This is the new edition. So as you can see, the art is the same. It's got the white border. It looks like that. Oops, hold on. I did it backwards. There we go. There we go. But as you go, you know, we've got the dust jacket flap. So it's got like the stuff here, the summary, some quotes. Go to the back. It's got my picture. It's got some social. It's got Chris McGrath and STK Creations, which is Sean who did this. And just like the other one, it's got the internal art where we've got the we've got the cover pages and the chapter pages as well. So just gorgeous. And also here's the other really cool thing. If you don't like dust jackets, for some weird reason, you can take it off. And it's got the blank art on it with the same back. So as you can see, we went nuts. Significant quality upgrade. I almost make no profit on these, by the way, but I just love them and I want you guys to have very cool versions of them in your hands because that means a lot to me. And it'll look dope on a shelf in a row of these. So yeah, that's the news. September 13th, these will hopefully all be available. There is a slight chance that the paperback might take the hardback might take a couple days to show up. I will be sure to inform you guys about that as we go. Also, Dandelion Audit will be available for pre-order on Kindle and Audible, which remember, those are the two most important. So if you love the series, you want to help it grow, want me to be able to afford to keep getting art like this because it was significantly more expensive. Pre-ordering those is a huge way to help. Likewise, if you want to read the early first two chapters of Dandelion Audit guaranteed, the $2.99 on the new ebook that's for pre-order should be now. You can grab that, and when it comes out on September 13th, you can read the first two chapters. We are going to do some ARCs, advanced reader copies for Dandelion Audit. No guarantee on how many of them we're going to give away or if you can get them, but that's going to be announced soon. All right, I'm working on getting that all ready and out to you guys. So yeah, I know a lot of you like, you've been quiet. You were hoping to have this out sooner. It's true. But I think it's been worth the wait because what we've ended up with is incredible. And I can't wait to show you guys the cover for Dandelion Audit. I don't have physical forms of it yet. You can go look at the listing and you'll get a hint of what it's going to look like. I can't wait to show you guys Star Summit's one as well because it's insane. And Death Tax is being worked on and is going to be just ridiculous. So we're doing real big boy art here, which is so much fun. And I just can't thank you guys enough for all the support and love you've shown Soul Fraud so far. If you've enjoyed it and you're able to shed some more love on it, it'd be incredibly helpful as we relaunch it. And of course, with Dandelion Audit and Star Summit both coming out later this year, Death Tax is going to be early next year. I've been busy, I promise. I can't wait to see your guys' reactions to this. I will be announcing it more. I will be super obnoxious about it. If you guys like the art, I want to know what you think. Leave some comments down below about the new additions. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we will talk very soon.